Looking to build the ultimate PC? The motherboard is the heart of your system, and choosing the right one is crucial. Whether you're a gamer, content creator, or enthusiast, we've got you covered. In today's video, we're diving into the top 5 best motherboards of 2025 that offer unbeatable performance, reliability, and features. For more product information, check out the links in the description box below. Let's get started. Number 5. Asus ROG Maximus Z790 Hero. Of the new generation of Z790 motherboards for Intel 12th and 13th gen CPUs, the Asus ROG Maximus Z790 Hero is one of the most expensive, but it's also one of the most impressive, and until someone like Kingpin comes, it is long. Probably the board of choice for enthusiasts and overclockers, it's a perfect companion to the new Intel Core i9-139K if you're looking to push it to its limits. In that regard, the quality VRMs, 20+ one-phase power design, and support for water cooling, well, basically everything, will come in handy. That said, the included heatsinks are extremely beefy and will do a decent job on their own. The BIOS is full-featured and solid while being approachable for newcomers. But it isn't just built for overclocking, it's packing everything any enthusiast could want in building a killer PC. That starts with the sheer quantity of options. Naturally, it supports up to 128 gigabytes of DDR5 memory, but you also have a pair of PCIe 5.0 by 16 slots, PCIe 4 expansion M.2 SSD support, Thunderbolt 4, Wi-Fi 6E, RGB, 2.5G Ethernet, and even killer audio. As an additional bonus, Asus includes its Hyper Expansion card, which can be used for either a PCIe 5.0 SSD when they're available, or a pair of PCIe 4.0 SSDs to run in one of the expansion slots. If a motherboard were to tick all the boxes, it's this one. Number 4. MSI MAG Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi Gaming. Looking to build a system with the latest 15th gen Arrow Lake Intel processors? You'll need a motherboard with an Intel Z890 chipset. That's what we have here with the MSI MAG Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi Gaming. This premium motherboard strikes a balance between functionality, performance, and affordability. Supporting Intel Core Ultra Series 2 processors, this motherboard has a strong feature set. The LGA 1851 socket is surrounded by DDR5 DIMM slots, PCIe 5.0 storage and expansion slots, 5 gigabits per second LAN, Wi-Fi 7, Thunderbolt 5, and more. Let's talk about the connectivity, as it's truly impressive for its class. The rear of the motherboard has 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, 3 USB-A 10 gigabits per second ports, 4 USB-A 5 gigabits per second, and a single USB-C 10 gigabits per second port. It's a strong loadout, though I would have lived to see a few more USB ports, even if they are 2.0. Thankfully, there's 5 gigabits per second networking and plenty of internal USB headers for a compatible chassis. Full ARGB support is present for hooking up all your favorite PC components, and the inclusion of a 16+1+1+1 power phase design ensures you have ample headroom for the more powerful processors. Number 3. Asus ROG Strix X570E Gaming. The Asus ROG Strix X570E gaming motherboard is a solid choice for AMD AM4 builds, offering good value with a blend of features and performance. Supporting Ryzen 3000 and 5000 series processors through its AM4 socket, this board can accommodate up to 128 gigabytes of RAM across 4 DIMM slots. It provides a variety of connectivity options, including 7 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, a USB 3.2 Gen 2 USB-C port, a 2.5 gigabit LAN, Wi-Fi, and an optical SPDIF out. For users with Ryzen CPUs featuring integrated graphics, there are DisplayPort and HDMI outputs. This motherboard also offers ample expansion capabilities with 3 M.2 slots, several SATA ports, and PCI slots for additional components like sound cards. Asus includes a robust selection of RGB connectors and water cooling pump headers, addressing the needs of enthusiasts looking to customize or optimize their systems. Furthermore, the power delivery system is top-notch, with a high-quality VRM design and excellent thermal management through beefy heatsinks. Though it's not the most high-end option available, the X570E gaming motherboard strikes a balance between premium features and affordability, making it ideal for overclockers and enthusiasts seeking performance without breaking the bank. The BIOS is user-friendly yet fully featured, catering to both newcomers and seasoned builders. While it may not be the absolute best motherboard for all AMD builds, its overall mix of functionality, solid build quality, and future-proofing make it a competitive option for most users. Number 2, Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Master. The Z790 chipset supports 12th, 13th, and 14th Gen Intel CPUs and is the latest flagship chipset for the company's products. As such, the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Master is our pick for the best overall Intel motherboard right now. Its price, features, and performance combine to help it rise to the top. The Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Master comes with 4 DIMM slots with support for up to 128 gigabytes of RAM. This particular motherboard supports DDR5 memory kits, which means you will not be able to use your older DDR4 kits. According to Gigabyte, this board supports up to DDR5-8000 memory speeds. It's not necessarily built for serious overclocking, but you can certainly squeeze additional performance out of the processor without issue. Another noteworthy feature of the Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Master is the fact that it also supports PCIe Gen 5.0. While you can't take advantage of the PCIe 5.0 slot just yet, we still think it's good to have support for future peripherals. The Aorus Master motherboard also has 5 M.2 slots, and you also get as many as 4 SATA 6 gigabytes per second connectors with support for RAID 0, 1, 5, and 10. As one of the high-end Z790 motherboards, the Aorus Pro also comes with plenty of connectors and headers to connect all your external peripherals, including fans, pumps, RGB lights, and more. The Asus ROG Strix X 570E gaming motherboard is one of the current flagship chipsets for AMD AM4 builds. It brings full support for PCI 4.0, including devices connected to both its CPU integrated controllers. Number 1, Asus ROG Strix X 670EE Gaming. This is almost the same motherboard as another in this collection by name, but it has a very different socket and chipset. This Asus ROG Strix X670E Gaming is quite the motherboard, designed for AMD Ryzen 7000 series processors. It's got DDR5 RAM support, PCIe 5.0, and the new AM5 socket for good measure. The 18 plus 2 stage power design is fantastic for overclocking your CPU, especially if you're planning to use one of the non-X AMD Ryzen 7000 CPUs. Both full-size X16 PCI slots support the newer PCIe 5.0 standard. Both X16 slots are armored, and most of the available M.2 slots also support PCIe 5.0, so you can upgrade this PC further down the line with faster components. The all-black 8-layer PCB is paired with matching heatsinks, and a splash of RGB looks as stylish as ever, but it's not just skin deep. You have addressable RGB headers to sync your entire build using Asus Aura. And as is so often the way, Asus includes premium quality audio hardware on its best motherboards. Overclockers will get some good mileage too, and the LED display in the top right-hand corner to display error codes is a welcome touch. There are also more ports on this thing than you could ever use at once, as well as Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5G Ethernet. It puts a tick in all the important boxes. That's it for today's video, guys. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.